I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get Harry. It's broken.
All right, well, let me take a look. It's definitely making a weird noise, but it is unlocking. So I don't think it's broke. Let's see what we can find out. Welcome back. If it's your first time here, I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we're
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey.
We're full-time RVers. We do destination videos, tips and tricks, and all things RV. That sounds like something you'd like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come along on our journeys. All right, guys, this is not a bad RV lock. That series of beeps that beep before it would unlock or lock is the indication from the lock itself telling you that the batteries inside are actually dead. There's only 2 screws that we need to remove to get to the back, and we'll replace those. So you're only going to need 1 tool, and that's a screwdriver to get into this. Now, knowing that that series of beeps means that your batteries are about to die, let me tell you this. We have been traveling around waiting to get to this video for about 3 weeks, maybe a little longer, and it's been doing this the whole time. So I'm not exactly sure at what point in the battery life that the RV lock starts making that series of beeps, but I do know that once you hear it, you should probably go ahead and go to the store and get some batteries if you don't have some already in your RV ready to go. But luckily, it does have that option. And you guys are going to want to stick around to the end of this because I've got a little tip I'm going to be able to give you here. But then you'll have to make a decision on your own to figure out if you want to use this tip or not. Here's the close-up of my RV lock system. You can see several different screws here, but there's only 2 of them that you need to remove. It's going to be this one and this one down here. After you get those 2 screws removed, you'll be able to take this battery door off and replace the batteries. Let's get to it. Let me make a correction. If you're an old guy like me, you might need 2 tools. Your screwdriver and your cheater glasses. My eyes are getting so bad I can't see hardly anything anymore, guys. So let's get going here. 2 screws, like I said. We'll take this bottom one off. And then the top one here. Super easy. They're not very long screws. You won't need your power driver or your power drill or anything. The screws are literally, a little over 1/4 inch long. Once we get that battery door off of there, we can look in and see it's 4 AA batteries. So we'll get these out of here and get the new ones in and see what happens. All right. So once that 4th battery goes in there, I don't know if you were able to hear it, but I heard a single tone, just a single beep. So it just said beep like that. Now we'll put the door back on and we'll see what works and what doesn't work, if we have to reprogram or not. Well, there's the reinstall of the batteries, guys. That literally took me maybe 2 minutes at the most. So if your RV locks, if you start to get the beep, 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 beep out of your RV locks, just know it's about time to go get some batteries. Now that we've got the new batteries installed, let's go ahead and check out the functionality of everything and see if the fob and all that stuff still works. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try the key fob and see if it's still programmed in. So once I hit the lock button here, hopefully it won't make the beep, 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 beep noise. It'll just lock the door. So let's see. Absolutely worked. All right. I hope you guys can see it, but the little deadbolt piece here came out, and it would be locked now if I had it shut. Let me go ahead and open it again. Okay, both of those worked. So we know that the key fob will work now with the battery, or with the lock that has the new batteries in it. Next test I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to program my code in, and then we'll see what happens with that. Because I replaced the batteries here, who knows if the keypad will work on here. Let's check it out. Okay, I've switched around now so I can be on this side of the door. I'm going to go ahead and program in my code. You hopefully won't be able to see it here. And then we'll see, again, if the lock actually locks itself, if it remembers your code. It did. It remembered it. So I typed in the code, hit lock. The little lock tab came out. So if the door was shut, it would be locked. Let's unlock with the code. And it unlocks also. All right, now let me tell you something that some people say could be a safety factor. Because everybody that has these RV locks knows that when somebody comes in and out, the sounds are a little bit different. So if you leave and you hit your key fob and it does its little beeps, somebody that has the same one next door knows if your lock, or if your RV lock is actually locked or unlocked, possibly. So what you can do, if you want, is reach up here and push and hold the number 1 on the keypad for 5 seconds. Hopefully you guys heard it, but it made 2 beeps. Beep, beep. Okay, now what that did to my RV lock was now it shut off that series of beeps when you lock or unlock it. Let me show you. I'll push and hold the lock button. No beeps. Okay? I put in my code, no beeps. Use the key fob, no beeps. That's lock. And that's unlock. Now let me show you what I did prior to taking out the old batteries, and we'll see what happens. I've got the old, almost dead batteries in here. And I push and hold the number 1 button to get rid of the audible beeps. Next thing we're going to do is let's see what happens when we use the fob to lock or unlock this without the audible beeps on. So lock. No beeps, but you did hear the weep to lock. Unlock. Again, no beeps, but you could actually hear it unlock. So, remember when I said there was something that you have to make a decision on? If you guys have the RV locks, you need to know that if you push and hold that 1 button to get rid of all the audio beeps, that this lock won't be able to alarm you when the batteries inside start to go low. Something to think about. So do you want people around you to know you're locked or unlocked? Or do you want it to tell you when you're low and possibly save you from being locked out? That's something I can't answer for you. That's something you have to answer on your own. To get the alarm to come back on for the audible beeps, all you need to do is push the 1 button again for about 5 seconds. And you should hear that single beep. Now you should be able to lock and unlock the door and have the beeps back. There you go. That's all there is to it, guys. And if you're still here, thanks for sticking around to the end. We'll see you next time on Jarhead and Ginger's Journey. Bye, guys.